So continuing with the solution, let us discuss next question. Differentiate between osmosis and diffusion. So what is osmosis? As we know, it is the phenomenon where the solvent molecule move from less concentrated solution to more concentrated solution through semi-permeable membrane. So osmosis takes place from less concentrated solution to more concentrated solution. Diffusion always occurs from high concentration to low concentration. Here SPM is needed, semi permeable membrane उसकी जरूरत पड़ती है to separate less concentrated and more concentrated solution. No SPM needed. It takes place only in liquids. It takes place in all states, liquid हो, solid हो, गैस हो, तीनों स्टेट में हो सकता है. It can be reversed, इसको रिवर्स भी किया जा सकता है by applying more pressure, ज़्यादा प्रेशर लगाकर to more concentrated solution. It cannot be reversed. इसको कभी भी रिवर्स नहीं किया जा सकता. Once it starts, then it continues till the concentration of the substance becomes same on both the sides. So it cannot be stopped at all. Then we have what are the deviations seen from Raoult's law. Raoult's law से आप कौन कौन सी deviations देखते हैं उनके बारे में हम डिस्कस करेंगे. There are two kinds of deviations which are seen from Raoult's law. They are number one, positive deviations. So our question is, what kind of deviations are seen from Raoult's law? Positive deviations. Positive deviations are seen in those liquid pairs where the new intermolecular forces, they are weaker than the molecules of the two component liquids. In such solutions, molecules of both liquids find it easy to escape in the form of vapor. Therefore, vapor pressure of these solution increases and boiling point of these solution that decreases. So it is shown by those liquid pairs where new intermolecular forces are weaker than old intermolecular forces. जैसे ये लिक्विड ए है, यहाँ पे जो फोर्स है ए और ए में, दिस इज लिक्विड बी, यहाँ फोर्स है बी और बी में. नाउ हियर वी हैव ए बी, द फोर्स इज वीक, इसको वीक हम कर सकते हैं. तो ये वेपर मोर बनाएंगे, मोर वीपी. they will produce less vapors, less Vp. They will also produce less vapors, less Vp. When Vp is more, boiling point is low. So positive deviations are shown by those liquid pairs where new intermolecular forces they are weaker than the old intermolecular forces. In such solutions, the molecules of both liquids find it easy to produce vapors. Therefore, total vapor pressure of such solutions increases. When vapor pressure increases, the boiling point of such solution that will decrease. So this is regarding positive deviation. Graphically, it can be shown like this. ये आपका ग्राफ है एक्स ए की मोल फ्रैक्शन हम इधर प्लॉट करते हैं इट गोज टू एक्स ए इज इक्वल टू 1 एक्स बी की मोल फ्रैक्शन हम इधर लेते हैं इट गोज हियर एक्स बी इज इक्वल टू 1 ये आइडियलिटी का ग्राफ होता पर पॉजिटिव डिविएशन में वेपर प्रेशर ऑफ बोथ द सॉल्यूशंस इज इंक्रीजिंग सो दिस इज आवर पीएस दिस इज आवर पीबी ये ग्रेटर हो गया है पी नॉट बी इंटू एक्स बी के प्रोडक्ट से इसी तरह से ये जो है दैट इज पी ए दैट इज ग्रेटर देन पी नॉट ए इंटू एक्स ए तो ये आपके पास पॉजिटिव डिविएशन का यहाँ पे आपने वेपर प्रेशर लेना है दोनों साइड पे देन वी हैव सेकंड टाइप ऑफ डिविएशंस दे आर नेगेटिव डिविएशंस इसमें आप एग्जांपल पहले केस में ले सकते हैं एग्जांपल है इथेनॉल एंड साइक्लोहेक्सेन सॉल्यूशन it shows positive deviation. Then negative deviations are shown by those liquid pairs where the new intermolecular forces they are stronger than the old intermolecular forces and in such solutions molecules of both the liquids find it difficult to escape as vapors. Therefore vapor pressure of such solutions decreases and boiling point of such solution will definitely increase. So if we see them graphically the graph will be this is graph for ideality straight line graph should be there and in case of the negative deviation we see the concave type of curve PS. Now this is your if concentration of A is taken 0 to 1 on this scale and B is taken 0 to 1 on this scale then we will find PS here this will give you PB which is less than the product of P naught B and XB. This is PA which is less than P naught A into XA. Example in such cases chloroform and acetone mixture. The molecules of both these liquids they form hydrogen bonds among acetone oxygen and chloroform hydrogen. ये एसीटोन है बेटा दिस इज क्लोरोफॉर्म द मॉलिक्यूल्स ऑफ बोथ लिक्विड फॉर्म स्ट्रॉन्ग हाइड्रोजन बॉन्ड पहले इसमें जो है वैन डर वाल्स फोर्स थी दोनों मॉलिक्यूल्स में अब स्ट्रॉन्ग हाइड्रोजन बॉन्ड बनने के कारण दोनों लिक्विड के वेपर बड़ी मुश्किल से बन पाते हैं वेपर प्रेशर दोनों ही सॉल्यूशंस का कम हो जाएगा और बॉइलिंग पॉइंट बढ़ जाएगा और इसी में हम एक और क्वेश्चन आपको बताते हैं व्हाट आर एजियोट्रॉप्स discuss their types tell their types now what are azeotrophs azeotrophs as we know they are called as constant boiling liquid mixtures so azeotrophs are constant boiling liquid mixtures at some intermediate composition the boiling vapor pressure of positively deviated solutions that is maximum and boiling point is minimum at this composition these solutions boil like a pure liquid that composition is called as azeotropic composition and such solution is called as azeotropic solution अगर हम ये पॉइंट देखें यहाँ पॉजिटिव डिविएशन के ग्राफ में तो यहाँ से यहाँ तक एक्स ए की कंपोजिशन है और यहाँ से यहाँ तक कंपोजिशन है एक्स बी की अगर आप एक्स ए और एक्स बी को इस रेशो में मिलाते हैं then you will get definitely azeotropic solution और उसका जो बॉइलिंग पॉइंट होगा वो कांस्टेंट होगा मान लीजिए इसका बॉइलिंग पॉइंट 373 है उसका बॉइलिंग पॉइंट 383 है और जो सोल्यूशन है उसका बॉइलिंग पॉइंट कम होगा दोनों कंपोनेंट लिक्विड से, सो इट विल बी लेस देन 373 केल्विन, क्योंकि वेपर प्रेशर उस वक्त बढ़ चुका है। तो ऐसे पॉजिटिवली डेविएटेड सॉल्यूशन कौन से एजियोट्रॉप बनाते हैं? दे फॉर्म मैक्सिमम बॉइलिंग एजियोट्रॉप्स। अब आइए नेगेटिवली डेविएटेड सॉल्यूशन में। In negatively deviated solutions also at some intermediate composition, the vapor pressure of such solution that is minimum and boiling point that is uh, here vapor pressure was maximum and boiling point was minimum. They form minimum azeotrope, minimum boiling azeotrope, positively deviated solution. Now in this case, at some intermediate composition, the vapor pressure of these solutions that is minimum, and when vapor pressure is minimum, the boiling point is maximum. So negatively deviated solution, they always form maximum boiling azeotropes. Why maximum boiling azeotrope? Because vapor pressure of these solutions at some intermediate composition that is minimum and vapor boiling point is maximum. इस केस में at intermediate composition यहाँ पे vapor pressure is maximum, therefore boiling point is minimum. So positively deviated solution always produce minimum boiling azeotropes, and negatively deviated solutions they always produce maximum boiling azeotropes. So this is regarding azeotropic solutions. Then we have what is Henry's law. Henry's law का क्या रोल है और इसका importance क्या है? Question number 9. What is Henry's law? As we know, Henry's law deals with the dissolution of gases in the liquid. So Henry's law states that the mass of a gas dissolved in a liquid is directly proportional to its pressure on the surface of liquid. So question number 9 is define Henry's law. Give its applications. Now what is Henry's law? It states that the mass of a gas dissolved in a liquid is directly proportional to the pressure of the liquid at its surface. Henry's law. The mass of a gas dissolved in a liquid is directly proportional to its pressure, or M is proportional to P, or M is proportional to KH into P. This is Henry's constant. अगर Henry's constant निकालना है, this is equal to M upon P. Now what are the applications of Henry's law? Deep sea divers, they use a mixture of helium, nitrogen and oxygen for your breathing purposes. They carry the cylinder of these three gases, and why they add helium? It is only to reduce the solubility of oxygen and nitrogen in the blood. Otherwise they cause bends in the veins or arteries of those persons, and that is very painful. That's why they use the mixture of helium, oxygen and nitrogen for deep sea diving. And secondly, this Henry law is very useful in dissolving carbon dioxide in cold drinks or in beverages which contain carbon dioxide. तो वहाँ पर भी ये help करता है इस तरीके से. Then we have question number 10. What is Van 't Hoff equation for dilute solutions? Van 't Hoff equation has been derived to calculate the osmotic pressure of dilute solutions by combining two laws. According to Van 't Hoff Charles' law. The osmotic pressure of a solution directly proportional to concentration of solution and directly proportional to temperature of the solution. Second is Van Hoff Boyle's law. It states that pi is proportional to C, concentration of the solution. Combining these two, we get Ct. This is equation number 3. Put value of C NB upon B. So we get pi is equal to NB upon B, Ct, proportionality. Sign is removed by gas constant. R we get N upon B, NB आप लिख सकते हैं N upon B into RCT. R, C is removed from here. We'll get R. R is a constant of proportionality. तो ये अभी तक ऐसा था, NB upon B into T था, और जब proportionality के साइन को हटाया तो R इंट्रोड्यूस हमें करना पड़ा. अब हम जानते हैं NB is equal to WB upon MB. Put this value in this expression. Pi is equal to God WB upon MB into V into RT. If we want to find out molecular mass of solute, WB RT upon MB into pi. This is Van Hoff equation for dilute solution. This is used to calculate the molecular mass of non-volatile solute, as well as it is used to calculate osmotic pressure of the solution containing non-volatile solute. This is applicable only in the dilute solute. So this is Van Hoff equation for dilute solutions. So this is regarding our second lecture. Tomorrow we'll take another lecture.